that being said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump into this.
That was good, man.
So good.
Oh gosh, this is a good one. Oh gosh, I love this movie. So we are going to be talking Indiana Jones, and the Last Crusade. And real quick, Z, yes, we are going to be talking Project Hail Mary next week. We are going to have Lily on, and we all are going to see this. So that's going to be our movie next week. I know we don't usually talk movies that are in the theaters, but every now and then we do want to touch on one, and this is one that we do want to talk about. So that will be our movie next week. But yeah, we'll get into that. So interesting question there.
Oh yeah.
Charlemagne, wasn't it? Wasn't Charlemagne?
Let's see if Caveat gives us the answer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let us know on that one, Caveat. But so Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, as I said, a lot of people consider this to be the best Indiana Jones film in the trilogy. There are only 3 Indiana Jones films. The other 2 do not count. I do not know what those are, but these are awesome. And we are talking about what is easily my favorite of the trilogy. And yeah, I just want to jump into this here. Let's start with you, Derek. What did you think of going back on your rewatch of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade?
Okay, so fun story.
I did get it.
He got it right on. Excellent job.
I like to hope that I know my Indiana Jones.
We've watched it enough in our lives. This is my son's first Indiana Jones. This is the first one that he's ever seen. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was not too long ago. It was actually about a month ago he saw it. And and when we turned it off, I looked at him, he looked at me, and he said, "That was really good." I said, "Yeah, it was."
Did you look at him and go, "Junior"?
I did say that, and he did kind of chuckle a little bit. So
no, it is not 2 sentences. This is why you love this show. Okay, it was so good for the first 5 minutes. It was shit, Dixie. You know it is. I wrote a nice
Dixie, all I can say is I would not expect less of Josh. Yes. Or should say I would not expect more of Josh.
Bobby, you know what, Bob? I love how you say, "I'll take a bullet for you." No, you wouldn't. You would use me to get shot by the bullet and walk away, jerk.
You make sure Derek out of the way of the bullet. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, since I just gave that story as to this being an introduction for my son on Indiana Jones and just how good it was, folks, okay, if Raiders of the Lost Ark is number 1 of all time, and I said this in my review too, how do you not rate this one 1A? That's the lowest you could give it. It's
better than Raiders.
We'll
get into that because I think that's a good debate.
I'm not going that far. You went that far, not me.
Okay, fine.
So
Bob would shoot the bullet.
This one is just as enjoyable as the first 2 are. But here's what's interesting and really, really wonderful about this film. In the previous 2 films, we get love interests, right? Bring this up in my review too. And shout out to Karen Allen and Kate Capshaw, by the way, for doing a wonderful job with both those roles.
Yeah.
But this isn't a film that has a romantic interest. I mean, he gets it on with a girl who ends up being a Nazi. How can you really date somebody like that? But and then she ends up kicking rocks anyway. So watch the film if you haven't seen it. But this is a story about a father and a son more than anything else.
Yes.
And that's what makes this film so wonderful and beautiful. And it keeps with the Indiana Jones spirit, but it's a movie about family and the issues that can be had versus a son just wanting his father's approval, which he gets. I'm not going to explain why and how, because it's too wonderful and too beautiful. I don't believe in spoilers. Go check this out.
Oh, I think we can spoil away on this one.
Okay, you want to spoil away on this one? Yeah,
well, we don't need to. We don't need to hit the spoiler warning. I think this is enough. We can just talk about it.
The fact, okay, I'm going to bring that point up in a minute. There is a certain element of slapstick that it. Thank you, Dixie. I think Dixie's right on that too.
I do too, and I'll talk about that when I get to mine.
Gabby makes a good point here too. It's not that Temple is bad at all. Temple is a lot of fun.
It's dark.
It's dark, and it gets it a little bit goofy in terms of how much magic we're dealing with there. We go a little extreme with it. It's still fun, still a blast. That was my first Indiana Jones movie, was Temple of Doom, and I fell in love with that movie. So then, when I saw the other two, a blast. There's something so wonderfully like slapstick about the action sequences that can happen here. Like Sean Connery and Indiana Jones together, when they get into these action sequences, it's actually, a lot of it is super funny. Watching it together. Like there's
a scene there that you just to kind of piggyback off that.
Yeah.
About how it's funny. The scene where they're on the motorcycle. Yes. And, Indy's knocking people off the bike and stuff, and he's smiling. And he looks at his dad, and his dad's all.
Yeah.
And he's looking at his father, like, looking for approval, like.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, his dad's like.
Well, and then what it really, I mean, that's the whole thing, right? There's clearly a rift between these two the entire way through, still acting funny along the way. And what makes it awesome is at the end, with the final sequence, they go through this labyrinth of stuff, but one can't go because the dad is shot, so Indy's got to do it on his own to try and save his dad's life. But they're doing it together. They're in sync. Their wavelengths are together. That's the beauty of this, is family, and the fact that they're thinking the same way, even though they're not together.
Yeah.
And then
that's a very good point, that they're on the same wavelength, because as Indy's walking through the booby traps, they're each saying the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. It's especially apparent. Wait, I forget the name of it now, but Jehovah starts with an I.
Oh, the word of God. Yeah, he goes, the word of God, and he's like, oh, the name of God, Jehovah. And he's like, yeah, but in the Latin alphabet, it starts with an I, and you see Indy, J.
It's so good. And what's his name? The one with the crown on, and he said he chose the wrong one. Like,
the knight.
Poorly.
He chose poorly.
He chose poorly.
I was given a mission. The guy at the end is just
so good.
I'm actually, that's the guy that's above me in the thumbnail this week. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bob, for that. Really appreciate it. Yes. Folks, and then at the end of the film, let's talk about it. It's when he finally gets the acceptance from his dad.
Yes.
And that's what he was looking for the whole time. And he doesn't even say, I love you. It's just the father trying to get his son up from about falling into a pit. And he just says, Junior, can't hold you. You please, I can reach it. I can reach the grail and, power in eternity and all that. And his dad finally calls him Indiana and says, let it go. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting bit of trivia right there. You see now, Josh, that's a piece of trivia. That's a stump the chumps question right there.
There we are.
Caveat do this then.
Because Caveat's not a host. You're a host.
Yes. You realize this was trying to stump the chumps.
Shut up.
You shut up. Okay, I give up. I'm going to make it hard for you next week, and that's it. Both of you clowns.
All right. This is what you get for AEW, Josh. You were paying attention.
Shut up, Derek. You had fun, and I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So now that we've known that what AEW is capable of doing to you, maybe you'll stop watching it and assume some responsibility with all this.
No, it's the #1 wrestling product in the world. Sorry.
No, wrong. Josh. All right.
Stay on topic, man. Stay on topic.
It was Derek. Right. Derek couldn't stop it.
So anyway, where was I? So at the end of the film, that's when he finally gets the love from his dad. and they're able to get through it. And even though at the end of it, you found out that they named the dog Indiana, but
the dog? You were named after the dog?
Junior.
And then that's the beauty of it, is that there's acceptance, but they still like bust each other's chops at the end of it too. So
you mentioned how there's the acceptance, just the way that scene plays out, because so you see Indy's passion and obsession, where he's like, reaching for the Grail. And he's like, I can get it, Dad. I can get it. I can almost reach it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's important, because earlier in the film, he told his dad that the search for the Grail was an obsession that he was chasing after. And then you could see Indy being obsessed there. So he's very much like his father, but his father at that point knows what's important. He says, Indiana, let it go.
Yep.
Let it go. And he reaches up, and that actually adds into the final sequence right before they ride out on the horses, where he asks him, what did you find, Dad? And he says, illumination. And this is what's important to me, my son, not the Grail, not any of this. It's my son.
Well, even the part where he falls over the cliff and Sean Connery thinks he died, and he's like, I just want 5 more minutes. Yeah. Even 5 more minutes, kind of
funny is that scene's like all heartfelt and everything, but it's kind of funny where you see Indy come up and he's like, he's walking up behind him going, and he's looking over the cliff to see what they're staring at.
Now, you see what I mean? That's the slapstick part of this. Like, even when it's supposed to be sad, it's funny. Like, it's great.
He's just kind of like, what are y'all looking at?
Well, I remember when we watched in the theater, and the scene when the guy shoots the dad.
Oh,
when he shoots Sean Connery.
Oh,
the whole theater went, oh my God. Like, everybody was ready to cry. Like, they were so heartbroken when that happened.
And that, the way it's played out, because he's telling Donovan, shooting me isn't going to get you anywhere. And he's like, you know what? You're right. And just turns around and shoots his father. And at that point, the Grail is not just a search for archaeology anymore. Now, retrieving it, it's about saving his father. It's a personal mission at that point.
Yep. Right. And even when he's shot, his dad is trying to kind of help him with the wavelength there. Yeah. Right? They're on the same page. So that's what makes I could keep going on and on about this. But
you talk about them being on the wavelength, where he gets to the lion's head. And he's like, nobody can jump this. And you see Sean Connery like, and he's like, you must believe, boy. You must believe. And John Williams' score during that scene. Brilliant. Oh my gosh.
And then we get to the score too, which we've talked about, when we were talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the same here. It's no different. The music does such wonders for this. What great call there, Bob. In addition, I'm also going to say that this, like, just in terms of all the Indy series, I am going to say that Raiders of the Lost Ark is a notch above for me. But you can put this on any day of the week and you will not be disappointed. I promise you. Just even rewatching this, God, it was worth it. What a blast. I mean, enough said. They can't get any better.
All right. Josh, tell me about your rewatch.
All right. Well, this is one of my favorite movies. I just rewatched this a couple months ago. And so it's like, it just shows how much I love it. Bob and I, we have imitated this movie for so many years. One of the funniest things was Bobby's kid one of his kids was having his birthday or her, but I can't remember which one. And Bob's dad walks in. And he's got like this Indiana Jones hat. And he looks at me and I go, this is how we say goodbye in Germany, Dr. Jones. And everybody just started laughing. Like, it was like perfect timing. I don't get them a lot.
I will say that scene, though, is hilarious. Because you got Elsa turning around, Dr. Schneider. She kisses him. And she's, holding onto his lip. And she's like, that is how Austrians say goodbye. And the music is all nice and pretty. And then the moment the officer walks up, the music changes. And he's like, this is how we say goodbye in Germany. Dr. Jones. Boom.
Oh,
just
by the
pops
way,
it.
that is how they say goodbye in Germany. He wasn't lying.
I thought he had originally hit him with the stick, but he hits him with his fist, right?
Yeah, he just because he's
Yeah,
holding the stick and
straight
he
punches
punches him. Yeah,
Because
and
he finds the stick afterwards. That's where he makes it think that he had hit him with the stick.
yeah, and then I love it because as he's walking away, Indy's like, "I liked the Austrian way better," and his father so did I.
Yeah.
And real quick, Josh, before you go even further, what's an even funnier part is when she right when she's about to kiss him, she's like, I can't forget how wonderful it was. And the father's like, thank you. It was rather wonderful.
Sean, would you have called Sean Connery back in the day more of a method type of actor?
I'll just call him awesome is what he is.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, you can make the case later on in his career that he was probably more of a character actor.
Okay,
I'd say
he
that.
was always so serious. In this role, he was so funny.
But I think that was the idea, right? That's what they were going for, was the fact that he was James Bond, but yeah, okay, he can't do the James Bond stuff anymore, but he's still awesome. And you just put him in a different scene, in a different scenario, and it's just another level of awesome. It's different.
And that's what makes him so good is you got this adventurer, Indiana Jones, and then his father is played by James Bond.
I mean, how cool
Need
is
we
that?
say more?
Yes.
Come on.
I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah. Enough said.
Go ahead, Josh.
What was I going to say? Oh God, the scene where Junior, it is you, Junior. I thought you were one of them, and he's like, they come through the door. That's right.
Oh, that's hilarious because when he hits him with the thing, he's like, "Oh, it breaks the heart." And he's like, "I'm in the head, Dad. You hit me in the head. Well, I'll never forgive myself. Don't worry, I'm okay." And then he's like, "Thank God, it's fake."
And then when he's like, "Go ahead, shoot her," and he's like, "No," he's like, "Don't worry, he won't." And the chemistry. I wrote about this in my, apparently my 2-sentence review, according to Dixie, that the chemistry between Harrison Ford and Sean Connery was just epic, was just amazing the way they were able to bring this together. This is why I like this movie more than Raiders. Maybe you guys are right. Raiders is a perfect movie, but I still rank it above Raiders.
Do you think, how would you rate this?
Dixie, go to bed. Good Lord. Make these guys look like Citizens Kane.
So how would you rate, Josh, how would you rate their father-son dynamic as compared to other father-son dynamics that you see in movies? Like,
oh God, it's up there. It's probably the best.
Because I think this is one of the best father-son dynamics I've ever seen on film.
Yeah, because you really thought, you're like, who going into this movie? I mean, I was like 8 years old when I saw this movie in the theater, and you're like, who's going to play his dad? And it was like Sean Connery, who didn't he just finish like Hunt for Red October? Like
it was
okay, hold on.
It was somewhere around there. It was. Hunt for Red October was a big deal too.
Okay, Hunt for Red October came out in 1990. So
but this was before it.
This was before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last Crusade was 89.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I think there were so many. The dynamic he had with Elsa, with the doctor, who's still gorgeous, by the way. Good Lord. Oh my God. Come on. The scene where she's like, "How dare you kiss me?" And then she kisses him. "I don't like fast women. I don't like arrogant men."
She's an interesting character because
yes, she is.
She's using the Germans in order to, get the Grail, because she even says, I would have done anything to get it. She tells that to
yeah.
She tells
the shortest movie review. Wow.
but
not all of us have 5 hours to write a review. We work for
Josh, I wrote my review in 10 minutes.
Probably wrote it on a plane.
No, I wrote it actually right before we got on tonight.
Oh, good for you.
Anyway, she's an interesting character because again, she uses the Germans in order to get the Grail. And she's kind of like Belloc in that respect. You know, she'll do what she needs to do, but where she's different than Belloc is that there are certain things that she doesn't support. Like, for example, when you see them burning the books, he's actually crying. She's not down. Well, she's not down for that. Keep in mind, she's not German. Her character's Austrian.
She's Austrian.
Yeah. And by that point, well, it's 1938. I'm trying to remember if Austria would have already been invaded by that point. But she even tells Indy, I believe in the Grail. I don't believe in the swastika. So yeah, you know, she's an interesting character.
She is.
Because she's got some humanity to her, but she's not completely there either.
No,
look at the end of the movie. Like, she had the chance to go off with Indy, and she wanted the power.
Yeah.
She chose power over love and died.
Yeah.
So that's what
happens when you side with Nazis. Okay,
exactly.
Sorry. Done deal. That was it.
They did?
They might have.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure it was probably kind of, well, we have no other choice.
Yeah.
So, but you know, but there is a point there. A lot of Austrians at that time saw themselves as German. So that's very possible. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I was gonna comment on that. Oh, so when it comes to Elsa or Dr. Schneider, I love how she does what she has to do to further her own ambitions.
Yeah,
like she sleeps with both of them because she thinks it's going to get her ahead. And I love the scene where they're on the blimp, and as they're talking, he's like, "Well, I'm as human as the next man. I was the next man, Dad."
Yeah.
That blimp scene is tremendous.
Oh, yes, it's so good.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, like there's a part of it that has zero action at all. It's just dialogue between. That's where you find out what the issues are between.
Yeah, when they're sitting and he's like, "I remember the last time we sat down together, Dad. I had a milkshake, and we didn't say anything to each other."
Yeah, that was part of their problem. Is that Indy's father was very obsessed or very into his work.
Yes.
And he spent a lot of time doing that. He threw himself a lot into it, and probably even more so when Indy's mother died.
Yeah.
Because
that's really kind of the unspoken thing between them that never really got addressed.
And she didn't tell him she was sick.
No.
Remember he said that.
And that's where a lot of it stems from. But they're both kind of too much. They got too much pride to really say it and talk about it. But it's there. It's there, and it's heavy. It's heavy, man.
And the thing is, that scene, it's really a relatable scene.
Yes.
Because if just looking at your own relationship with your own father or with your own kids or whatever, I mean, it's very much relatable because you can see yourself in there kind of reaching out.
God.
You made number 39, Josh.
You know what,
yeah, it's actually higher than I expected.
Dixie, you're my 1,000th favorite Dixie of all time, and I don't know any people named Dixie, so there you go. Good Lord.
But I didn't know that. I want to see the top 10 of Dixie's list because this is number 8. So now I'm curious.
Yeah, and I'd love to know that. We should. I know we've done one of our past episodes. Didn't we do a top favorite movies? I'm trying to remember.
We did that.
It would be fun to revisit that now that we have a chat.
Yes,
you should. But Derek and I had the same top movie. Do you remember?
Oh, it's on his page. We'll go check that out.
Yeah, we'll check that out. Just some thoughts that
Derek and I had the same movie for like number 2 or number 1.
I'll have to go back and watch. I
would need to go back and watch to see what you guys. Well, I know what yours is, Josh, but
no, and Derek's was also Inglourious Bastards.
Well,
I think that was his number one, was it?
Wasn't my number one.
No, it was with. I think it was our top 5 somewhere.
Top 5, yes, that's true.
For sure, we both had it.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I'll have to go back and look at that and see and remember all that.
So what else? I'm trying to think
go ahead.
what else I loved about the movie. It was so different than the others, where Temple of Doom was so dark. This had, its moments, but just the two of them with their chemistry just lit up the screen. And it was interesting. The part that I find interesting, even to this day, was when they're in Berlin and he's a soldier and he's getting pushed and he runs into Hitler. And Hitler looks at him and takes the diary and signs it. There's like writing in that diary, though.
That was genius. That was so good.
I thought that, and then I kept saying to myself, okay, how can did they mess something up here? But no, because he was a soldier. Hitler just saw him as a soldier.
He probably saw him as a low-ranking soldier, probably like a private or something like that. And he was there with a book, and he's like, "Oh, sign it."
Right.
Well, that's what he was doing the entire time he was there already. He was signing.
Yeah, he was walking through signing autographs and stuff.
Yeah, so it's just one more.
They were throwing in the fire.
That was book burning.
Anything that was considered questionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thus fascism, folks.
And that's the whole point, is that they were burning ideas and stuff like that. That was the point. And anything that was deemed, unacceptable. Like, remember in the scene when they're in the tank and the officer slapping his father, going, "What does the book tell you that doesn't tell us?" And he's smacking him, and then he grabs him and he's like, "It tells me that you should be reading books instead of burning them."
Yeah, that was good.
Yes.
Oh God, one of the funniest parts, Marcus Brody.
Yes.
When he's like, he's got 2 days a head start.
Does anyone here speak English?
Is that anyone here? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm a vegan. And then he's like, "Run." What? Run.
Oh, that's funny, because he's like, papers. Sure, I got my papers. Run. See, look, the Egyptian mail. I just finished reading it today. Run.
He just did Marcus get lost in his own museum one time?
Yeah, that's what Indy said. Yeah, it's hilarious. What else, Josh?
So what else? No, just the ending was good. Good Lord, when the what's his name? Oh God, the one who first hired Indy and said, "Don't trust anyone." What was his name?
Donovan.
God, when he takes the Holy Grail, what was it? For the Fountain of Youth and ends up dying. Oh my God.
Fountain of Youth.
It wasn't Fountain of Youth. What was it?
The Holy Grail.
I just said the Holy Grail before.
Yeah, but it's not the Fountain of Youth.
No, it was all. But I thought one of them was trying to stay young as well. That wasn't another thing.
But it's not the Fountain of Youth.
It was the Holy Grail. I said that at the beginning.
Yes, but why'd you say the Fountain of Youth?
I have no idea. I give up.
Watch the movie.
But yeah, that was freaky. That was freaky.
Oh man. No, there we go. That's the quote right there. That goose-stepping morons like yourself should be reading books instead of burning them.
Yep,
that's an awesome scene.
Yep, fantastic.
Just some thoughts from me before we get into the critical scores. First off, the way this film opens, that is a fantastic opening.
We need to let's talk about that.
Okay. River Phoenix is perfect, and too bad he died way too early.
That was way too early.
And he was perfect as young Indiana Jones. I think it might have been Dixie who wrote that he was young Indiana Jones. I think it was Dixie. It might have been a different review, but I could have swore it was Dixie. But yeah, he is young Indiana Jones. I mean, he's perfect in that role.
Yeah, he is.
And the whole action sequence of him running through, and you see the origin of how he hates snakes, of how he gets the whip, how he gets the hat. All of that happens in the first 10, 15 minutes. I mean, you see all of that, and that's awesome. And then it has that transition where it's playing the Indy theme. You see him put the hat on him. He puts his head down, and when he lifts it up, it's Harrison Ford, and he's got that scar reopened across his chin, and it's great because he's now finally again has an opportunity to get the Cross of Coronado, and that's what's cool is because you see how obsessed Indy can become with archaeology, and that he spends a good portion of his life trying to find this. I think that is an awesome sequence. That opening sequence, one of the best that I've seen. It might be the best of the trilogy, and that's saying a lot because Raiders has an awesome opening sequence.
That's like the most iconic one, but I'd actually give the leg up to this one.
I agree. I think that the opening sequence here might be better than the one in Raiders.
It's incredible.
And it is absolutely fantastic. I love the way this film opens. And again, you throw in John Williams' score, it hits the Indy themes at the right moment. That's awesome. And it cuts back to that you see Indy still a teacher, and he's still got mostly women attending his classes, you know, and whatnot. So I think that's great. And, you know, within the first 20 minutes, we know exactly where this thing's going, that, you know, he's got a strained relationship with his father. His father's missing, and he's got to go find him. And that the Grail diary, which you saw earlier in the film, is now in Indy's possession. So all of this.
Sorry, Bob, I just want to jump on that about the professor. When he was talking, remember that quote he used about that? What was it about fact versus?
Yes. So that becomes real important because, you know, he's teaching his class that they don't look for they don't follow maps to buried treasure, but the whole movie they're following a map that goes to the Holy Grail. He says X never marks the spot, but as they're finding the Roman numerals, he's like X marks the spot.
But the quote is, this is interesting, was from Harrison Ford, his actual philosophy teacher.
Really?
Yep, I read that today.
And you couldn't have asked that for Stump?
I know. I thought of it. I just remembered it.
But yes. That's awesome. So again, the whole opening sequence and everything is great. The first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it gets us going, and the story does not let up at that point on. It's fast moving, and it's a well told story. You are engaged from start to finish. What I like about this movie also is that
wow.
What I like about this movie is that it takes the best aspects of the first two films. It takes the action adventure from Raiders, some of the humorous moments, and it builds on the humor a little bit. It gets rid of the darkness from the Temple of Doom, but it does build on like a father-son type relationship, because Indy in a way is almost a father figure to Short Round, but instead we're making Indy the son in this one, and we're having that story where he's again seeking the acceptance of his father. I think that's a fantastic story. Just watching it unfold, it's a lot of fun. These two, they're humorous, they're relatable. It's great. Sean Connery and Harrison Ford are at the top of their game on this movie. The Holy Grail itself, I don't think is quite as good as or as intriguing as the Ark of the Covenant is, but it is still a very intriguing artifact, and I don't think it plays as big of a role in this one because, again, Derek, you hit you said the point to this story is the father and son, where I think discovering the Ark is the point of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You know what? That's a good point. Let me touch on this for a minute too. I think the artifact is what links the father or son story. Like that's what really puts it together. Is that what that's really what kind of is the glue throughout the whole thing. And at the end of it, it is actually very interesting. That final scene with the knight and the goblets and all of that is a lot of fun. That's
Oh, yes.
fantastic. He chose poorly.
He chose poorly.
And then when he picks up the cup of the carpenter and drinks it, you have chosen wisely.
It's so good.
Yes.
And it's so funny too, because like you basically know that Indiana Jones was like, okay, well the big fancy one didn't work. Let's try the crappy one.
But it makes sense because that's Indy knowing, you know, his Bible. Because remember, we talked about that when we talked Raiders of the Lost Ark, that he knew his Bible stories. And so here he knows that, you know, Jesus would have been the son of a carpenter and would have done a lot of carpentry work himself. So it makes sense that the cup would be
from the carpenter,
you know, a carpenter's cup. So I think that is perfect the way that it was done. And I love the way Dr. Schneider, you know, she's let me choose for you.
Yeah. Let me choose.
And if you go back and watch it, like back then, that was horrifying watching like him age and rot so fast. But boy, it's fun to watch cheesy stuff like that now because it's just.
Oh, I know it's so cheesy, but it's great.
Yes. I wish they would make movies like this again. But one final thing I want to close on, and I already kind of talked about the score. The way it's implemented, or the way it fits into certain scenes, is fantastic. And this goes back to what you said, Derek, about the final scene. So when he comes out with the Grail and he's giving it to his father, the way the music swells when he pours the water onto the wound and it washes it away and it's completely healed. That's awesome. I get goosebumps.
Powerful.
Hearing that.
Really, really powerful stuff.
I mean, it is great. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not an expensive gold one because he couldn't afford it.
And that's also part of the glue too. Is that it's what brings them together, and it's what ends up saving a life.
Yeah. So a fantastic movie. This is easily, like I said, my favorite, but I do consider Raiders a better film. Let's go ahead and let's get into the critical scores. Now, a lot of people put in their scores back several months ago because the Monday Hangover actually did this back on Father's Day. So some people's scores are a little older here. But let's go ahead and get into this.
Good time to do that review.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
You know what? Let me blow it up just a little bit here. There we go. Is that a little better?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So the audience score with this is a 94% with 138 votes. So we've got this good-looking guy. Was it good? Gave it a 95%. Now, I do want to point out, I probably would actually give it a little bit more, but I don't like doing like 96, 97. You know, I like doing mine in increments of 5. So because I can't quite give it up to Raiders, that's why I got it in a 95. But this is extremely close to Raiders. So I got it there. Derek, you got it at a 95% also.
Yep.
And I love the way you say it here. I told you they don't make them like this anymore.
Well, go back and read my Raiders of the Lost Ark review, and you'll see how I start that.
Yeah, I do want to go back and check that out.
Review there. Come on, Dixie.
Let's give that a thumbs up here. Napper 19. Let's see. Okay, just to point out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences.
5 sentences.
And what was Derek's?
Mine's like an essay, dude.
See, there's Derek's. Look at that.
Holy sh! Okay, never mind.
Josh.
Jerk.
You can even see mine too. It's like it's several. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Josh.
Put in some effort.
All right. Let's see.
Jackass.
Let's see. Eagle Thrasher 100% here. Odyssey Run 100%. Let's get to some of our viewers here. I know, like I said, several people did this a while back, so some of their reviews are going to be down here a little bit. Let's see, but you're seeing a lot of 100, 97, 95%.
Yeah, it ain't having a bad record here.
Yeah, I don't see anybody rating this low here. Let's see. I know Dixie's is down here somewhere. Drunk 3PO from the Monday Hangover, 97%. Let's see. Blaine, 98%. Blade actually gave something a good score.
Wow, there we go.
Let's see. Meister gave it 100%. Missing you tonight, Meister.
Yeah,
Let's
Meister.
see.
Meister.
I know Dixie has his I Miss Good Movies here at 100%.
Mhm.
Let's see. Sevi also from the Monday Hangover, 96%. Here's one that's a little bit lower, 89%, but it's still the most excellent.
Yeah.
We
haven't gotten into
I know she tunes in occasionally, 95%.
We haven't gotten into purple at all yet, by the way.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Where are you at, Dixie, on here? Oh, there's one that's purple. 71%, but no real review there.
Ooh, that man.
Let's see. Where's yours at, Dixie? Again, I know I saw it.
Do it. Come on.
No, I actually saw it earlier. I hope I didn't miss it, but I did see it earlier.
We don't need to focus on Dixie. Come on.
You said December 2024. Shut up, Josh.
Let's see. There's Dixie's right there. So he did it back, in 2024, 100%. And the dog, you are named after the dog.
Good one.
So definitely all around a very high score for this one. So yeah, people love this film. We all love this film here. There we go.
Oh God.
I don't know which movie it was recently over on Criticalist Cast, but Dixie gave it a 0%. He's like, "This is the movie y'all picked."
That is funny.
All right, so there's our thoughts on Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You guys got any other thoughts on this one, real quick? Anything else before we go on to our final bit for the night?
Folks, watch it if you haven't. Watch it again if you have. We can't say enough.